Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bite Size Quest. Today, we're going to be checking out a couple of cozy life sim games that I know everyone's going to really like if they like cozy life sim games. And there are some pretty good recommendations and pretty good deep discounts on it that you can't find anywhere else. But before you actually go and do that, by the time this comes out, you might want to wait before buying these until the Humble Bundle comes out. There's a new Humble Bundle choice coming out this Tuesday around 1 o'clock, and you probably want to wait to hold off before buying things until you check it out, just in case that's in it with a bunch of other games. So just a heads up. But without further ado, I know you want some cozy games, the world sucks, but hey, we have some things you can kind of find some comfort in. Let's go. First up, of course, I had to list Stardew Valley. I mean, at this point, if you don't have it, I don't know. I can't help you there. But yeah, don't look at my hours because it's not as much. It's not as bad as other people. But I played this since 2016, since it came out. But yes, this is basically the Harvest Moon or now Story of Seasons. This is the true sequel to all that kind of series. This is an amazing game that you can get lost in, and for 40% off, $9. Honestly, if you don't have it at this point, this is a great deal to get into it. You might be able to find it cheaper online, but yeah, some people have thousands of hours. So looking at mine's kind of wimpy. Yeah, I know. I got to bump up those numbers. You know, it's rookie numbers. So, but yeah, this is a pretty decent discount here. Next up, we got another game that's kind of like Stardew Valley. It's in the same field of 2D pixel art. This is Fields of Mistria. So I believe this, early access right now, 11/19. This is the time you actually want to pick it up because 1.0 is coming out, I believe, August 5th. So for $11, yes, it's a little bit more than Stardew Valley, but there's a lot of in-depth details and uniqueness to this game that makes it a little bit more unique than Stardew Valley in some ways. A little bit of magic, a lot more interesting romanceable characters. Well, I won't say interesting, but just different. And there's actual jump and swimming in this. So hey, if any of that interests you, this looks like Sailor Moon meets 90s anime style for a Game Boy Color. Bright, colorful, saturated colors that punch in your face. This is a game you want to check out, for real. Next up, we got Kynseed. We're on the cozy life sim pixel art game trend, and this is for $6.24, 75% off. Now, this has had like a little bit of a bumpy road here and there with the game, but I always equate this to Fable, for the Xbox. Not the new one coming out, which that does seem pretty cool, but this feels like how the original Fable felt like when I first played it on the original Xbox many years ago. I won't say how many years because that makes me feel old, but this game, it really feels like that because you go out, you have a life sim, you can get married, you can do all the sorts of fantasy life sim love that you want to do, and you can fight monsters, you can explore dungeons, you can farm, you can pretty much build your house. This has a lot of customability for your the house that you live in, which you do inherit from your family when you get older, but that's like the tutorial part of the game. Yes, the tutorial part is a slog to get through, but once you get through it, once you get through that roughness, it does pick up and it feels great. Now there's a little bit of kind of like a cheat to get past that. You just have to keep sleeping in your bed, I think like 20-30 days. After you do that, you skip everything and you get into the main meat of the game. I don't know if they've updated that so that you can kind of skip it, but it's a great game to check out. $6.24. A new update just happened about a month ago. Go check it out. Up next, one of my personal favorites on the list. I know personal favorite over Stardew Valley, but I love this. When I first played this, I felt like this is a true successor to Stardew Valley. This is 3D, open world area of just unique NPCs to deal with. Everyone has their own unique stories. I feel like it goes a little more in depth than Stardew Valley ever does. There's, kind of like environmental, saving the world, saving the planet type of things, where you have to make sure that you clean up the ocean, as you can see in the pictures. But this runs great on the Steam Deck and any other kind of handhelds that you have. 1.3 just came out with a new romance and a lot more other updates, festivals, things like that. And there's a save system, which is awesome. So honestly, for 40% off, $17.99, this is something I would probably recommend over Stardew Valley. But you know what? I'm probably going to get heat in the comments for that. So hey, let me know how wrong I am about recommending Coral Island over Stardew Valley. Bring it on. I will fight you in the comments. Next up, we have Tales of Seikyu. Yes, I got this when it was early access, when it first came out, because I thought, oh my gosh, it's like Japanese anime with a life sim, and it was really rough. Yeah, it was really buggy. It felt like someone said, hey, here's some Unity asset flips, let me make a game out of it, a life sim. And over time, they did a really good job at updating it to 1.0. So honestly, check it out. This is, if you like any kind of Japanese themes and vibes, this is a game you definitely want to check out. This has a lot of cool festivals, a lot of cool people you can kind of romance. I don't remember if there's actual children in the game that you can get, but you know what? This is always updating, and there's a post 1.0 roadmap. And so far, they kept up with it. So if you like this kind of game for $17, hey, maybe you want to check it out. Up next, Tales of the Shire. So speaking of kind of buggy and rough launch, Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game. For $20, you can get a lot of kind of like open world, hobbit type of lifestyle. I haven't played it personally, but so far I've seen that it has kind of decent ratings. It just wasn't what people expected when they first got the game. And I think if you're trying to expect this to be like Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor, yeah, you're not going to get it. But a lot of people really like the game. And I think it's one of these games that honestly just going to buy it for, a sale right now and try it for an hour or two and then say, hey, I like it or I don't like it. And maybe then it will click or not click. If it doesn't click with you, just return it. It's great with Steam. But if it does click with you, then hey, you got a pretty cool game and life sim inside of the Lord of the Rings universe. Maybe J.R.R. Tolkien is rolling in his grave because we have a life sim, but maybe he's happy, Let's see. Maybe he is happy with this. It's kind of cool seeing this perspective of a game. I just wish it was more open world, which I think the people who created Kingdom Come Deliverance is going to make an open world Lord of the Rings game. So looking forward to that. Next up, we got Sunhaven. Yes, with all of its issues, I've done a list. I featured this many times on a list before. Check out my other videos. I still will recommend Sunhaven. Mainly because, it is $7, but if you haven't played this, I really like the art style. I like the pixel art life sim of this. The only thing that really, I won't say freaks me out, but kind of creeps me out is just the face characters. It looks like the cheap Korean anime type of characters you'd see from MMORPGs of the late 2000s, like 2009, 2008. You'd probably see it here. But yeah, this is the only thing I kind of don't like. Yeah, a lot of negative reviews, yeah. But that's the thing, because people talk about the developers and just issues with not paying and doing things like that, and yeah, that sucks. But hey, it's a game, so if you want to put all the bad parts of the politics of the game development and how they treat their employees, and just want to have a fun game to turn your brain off for $7, here you go. Next up, we got Moonstone Island, another game I featured on my channel before a couple times. So this is basically like Pokemon meets Stardew Valley in a way, meets Slay the Spire. So I don't like card battle games, but this is the only one I kind of enjoy in a way. I can kind of turn my brain off and say, you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it would. And for honestly $5, it's a great deal. You can download the demo if you want to check it out, see how it feels. I will admit, the first opening part, just like any tutorial, it takes some getting used to. You want to get to the fun stuff, but once you get through this tutorial, it's pretty good. So many positive reviews, so definitely check it out if you want to. And of course, we have the demo. And for $5, can't go wrong. Next up, we got My Time at Sandrock. So I would recommend this probably over My Time at Portia, but they both have similar mechanics and similar gameplays. My Time at Portia would probably be a little bit cheaper, but right now this is a pretty good price for $13. Well, $13.99 for 65% off. Mostly positive right now, very positive overall, and a new game, My Time at Evershine's coming out pretty soon. I don't think it's this year, but I think it's next year. But that game is going to be pretty cool. I finally backed it onto Kickstarter, and I got a couple keys for it. But yeah, I think this is something you want to definitely check it out if you like kind of like open world 3D vibes. Getting into it, it will feel a little bit rough around the edges, but once you can kind of get through the jank of it, you will see the coziness and the love in it, that you will say, hey, I can actually spend a couple days in here. And so there you go, this is something to check out. Next one is Chef RPG, another one I featured on my channel before many times. This is a really cool game that you can actually, it's not a farming sim. Yes, I think there's some light farming elements, but this is something that you can actually create your own restaurant. Still in early access, but the developers are really great. And for $15 for 25% off, this has a lot of stuff to it for just the early access. And by the time 1.0 comes out, hey, you're going to have a whole lot more content, and you'll also be supporting the developer to continue on with creating this game. So this is basically a cooking life sim restaurant game. So with a very unique background, because the background of the developer, they have, I believe their YouTube video showed that they had like an architectural background, and so they do a lot of in-depth studying and developing these unique locations inside the game world. So hey, if you like this kind of Studio Ghibli type of vibes, this might be something you definitely want to check out for just $15. Next up, another life sim, Little Known Galaxy. And speaking of the name, it's little known for real, because not many people know about this, but this is actually an in-depth farming life sim game that takes place in space and like a sci-fi world. So yeah, this is basically like a mixture of Coral Island, Stardew Valley, of course, with a sci-fi twist. Don't expect Mass Effect type of level sci-fi adventures. But yeah, this game is more of the cozy, laid-back type of vibes. So yeah, you're going to scroll down, you're going to see negative reviews here and there. It might turn you off, but honestly, other people here who have over 100 hours of gameplay, you might want to listen to them. If you really aren't sure, check out the demo, and maybe you like it and play it, and get it for $10. I think it'd be really cool to see where this game goes and see what kind of updates they continue to get. Next up, we got Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. So this game is basically a literal open world type of game that you can actually go to different islands that's broken up into the sky. So I won't tell you, all the stories behind that, but it's generic JRPG type of stuff. Yeah, if you're kind of into that, that's cool. If not, you can turn your brain off to that, skip the story part, and just go straight to the farmings. So pretty much like any other Rune Factory games, this is basically like that, but in 3D, and the graphics look nice and feels like out of an anime. So if you like that kind of stuff, you like Rune Factory games, you'll probably like it. Now the discount isn't that steep, it's $38.99, but for 35% off for this type of game, it's pretty good. The only thing is there's a couple of controversies with the digital deluxe edition. With the stories locked behind some of the some of the DLC, which I did get early on just to be able to get it, but yeah, that does really suck that you had to buy extra stuff just to get access to what feels like should have been in the base game. But Kynseed and Marvelous being what they are, yeah, there you go. But yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, it looks interesting, it is on sale, so definitely check it out. Speaking of Marvelous, we got Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. Now, I played this back on the GameCube. That was one of the games I wanted when I first saw it in the story, and I thought, oh my gosh, it looks really cool. Yes, it looks cool. There's a lot of updated graphics, a lot of updated nice mechanics features, but when you go back to playing something like this that was designed for back in the mid-2000s, you're going to find some of the controls and some of the ideas behind the mechanics there feels very dated compared to something like Stardew Valley or to Coral Island. So I would only recommend this if you really have a fond nostalgia memory of playing this back for the PS2 or the GameCube. Now, of course, PS2, I think it came out in Japan, the special edition one, but or did it come out into the West? Maybe the PAL versions. But anyway, you can get this for $20. I did get it when it first came out for $40 for full price, but I can say that for $20, it is worth a dive back into nostalgia, and you can kind of play it and get an idea for it. You can also create your character now, so that's actually pretty cool. A couple negative reviews here and there, but a lot of positive reviews as well. So go check it out if you ever have fond memories of it, or if you never played it before and you want to feel like, well, how did farming sims feel like back in the GameCube and PS2 era? Here we go. Cat Tales, a Wildwood story. So this is basically a cat life sim. Yes, you can fall in love with another cat by playing as a cat. This is a life sim RPG. You get this kind of like divine quest idea from this cat god thing, and it tells you that you have to fight this evil. I'm being very vague about it, and I still don't understand the whole story behind that, but essentially that's a premise. You have to kind of lead your cat kingdom to a victory, and you can fall in love. You can fight these weird black creature things, these negative energy, whatever they're called. But yeah, you can also go around, hunt prey, kill nice things, and give back as gifts. So the only thing is you have to kind of get past is the 2D pixel art graphics. But once you do, there's a decent game here that you should definitely check out. There is a demo as well, but for $3.99, 80% off. I think you should probably definitely check it out. If any of this sounds interesting and you like cats, like Stardew Valley, check it out. Finally, Cornucopia. So this is a very unique niche of a game that no one ever talks about. This is, like they say, Stardew Valley meets Paper Mario, and they really mean that. This is basically a 3D open world Stardew Valley type of game that's actually 2.5D. That, yeah, you can get married. You can over 34 characters just get married. I think we even made some more back in the 10.0 version. But yeah, they haven't gotten to version 1.0, but it feels very much like a 1.0 version. So if any of this looks really cool, if you like Paper Mario, if you like a lot of unique romanceable characters, this is something. It also has some jumping mechanics, so that's really cool. The only thing I would say is some of the quests that they give you, that you can go from one place to another, it seems like it takes a lot of time to follow, and sometimes you might get lost because of the perspective that they have. Other than that, this is a game you should definitely check out, and for $17.49, I definitely think it's worth it. So there you go. You got a couple of Steam games, cozy life sim games you should definitely check out. As always, be sure to like the video, comment down below what's your favorite part. If you want to argue in the comment section, yeah, I'm for it. Please, tell me something that I missed. Tell me something that, hey, I don't like your recommendations. You should try this game instead. I'll say, oh yeah, sure, I'll check it out. So I'm cool that way. But yeah, definitely check it out. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell to be notified for any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and remember about the Humble Bundle choice thing coming Tuesday. So just before you make any kind of big Steam sales purchases, you might want to wait for that just in case one of your games you're looking at is actually in that bundle. With that, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Take care.